Major Fitness Club Fit 15 Tabata, head to toe Tabata, 35 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. Each Tabata is 7 minutes and 30 seconds long. Repeat 2 times. Let's go. To upright or sumo to upright row or high pull. Standing with your feet wider than shoulder width apart. Squat down, knees trail over your big toe. Pulling that kettlebell or dumbbell underneath the chin. Keeping the chest high, staying upright. Sumo squat to upright or high pull. Here you're concentrating on the inner thighs, the glutes, the core, and your traps, the muscles located right below your neck. Sumo squat to high pull. Again, this is a H to T or a head to toe Tabata. 35 seconds of work, 10 seconds of recovery. Complete 2 cycles. Kettlebell or dumbbell swing. As I'm bending the knees in a squat position, I'm hiking the kettlebell or dumbbell between the legs, popping the hips forward. Notice I'm keeping my arms straight. The kettlebell or dumbbell is pointed, the bottom is pointed directly towards the wall. If you're using a dumbbell, you want to be careful. Make sure you got a good grip of that kettlebell, or that dumbbell. You don't want to lose that bell. I'm hiking the hips forward, popping the hips forward, squeezing the glutes as I come out of that squat. Keeping my head, neck, and spine in alignment. My ear is lined up with my shoulder and hip. Again, we're working the full body, H to T, head to toe, air squats. And you can't see, but my feet, I'm jumping off the floor. This is not a big jump, but just a little mini jump, air squats, working the legs, working for power in the legs, strengthening the legs, and endurance in the legs. Now, if you by chance can't do a air squat, I recommend that you modify it by doing a squat to heel raise. There you're working your calves along with your legs, your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings. And if you got those abdominal muscles pulled in nice and tight, you're always working your core. The core is always working. No excuses today, guys. No excuses. We're going to keep it moving. Here, bent knees, feet off the floor, head and shoulders off the mat for a med ball toss. This is a 6-pound med ball. And you can go heavier if you want to. Here, there's a static hold, a static crunch in my abdominals. Adding a little impact as I'm tossing that med ball up over the chest. Head and shoulders off the mat. This is a really good contraction for those abdominals. Tossing the ball up. 35 seconds of work. Remember, when you complete this first round, you want to repeat it again. Each Tabata is 7 minutes and 30 seconds times 2. That's 15 minutes. Moving on. I'm going to turn side, alternating row. And remember, you can use heavier weights, 10s, 12s, 15s, 20s, or even 25. You know what you can handle. Whenever I hear people say that they want to tone or sculpt their body, you have to use heavier weight. You're not going to get this using 5-pound dumbbells. Terry, I'm glad that you got your 15s. So challenging yourself here with the alternating row with your 15s. And it's okay if you start to feel fatigue to stop for a breath or keep the lower weights, maybe go from your 15s to your 12s to finish your set. That's called a drop set. Getting ready for jumping jacks. Again, with jumping jacks, just like with the air squats, if you're not comfortable doing any bounding, any jumping off of leaving the floor, anything where your feet leave the floor, what I'm doing is I'm doing my jumping jacks on my mat. That absorbs some of the impact. Of course, you could modify it by doing a staggered jack or by doing a low jack, which is just slowing down the jumping jack, moving from the right to the left. Tight core, because as I come down, my abdominal muscles are contracting. So the whole body is working here, but we are getting that heart rate up. As I said, this is a H to T. So we are working everything from head to toe. Bells are over my shoulders, getting ready for my push press or thrusters. Push press. Here in the push press, yes, I am working my shoulders. I'm also working my core, but really it's my legs that's driving that weight straight up. And I'm exhale as I drive it up. So Terry, I do want you to try this with your 15s. So push press. Remember, you are using your legs to help you thrust or push or press the weights straight up overhead. So take your time. Christina, I know you're up to 15 or 20 pounds. Squat and press. Challenge yourself. Remember, you're in competition with yourself, with no one else. Another one of my favorites here is an alternating forward lunge with a chop. This is another compound move because we're not just isolating, just doing a bicep curl. You're working your shoulders, you're working your obliques, you're working your core, and you're working your legs. So with Fit 15 workouts, remember, we want to maximize our time by using as many muscle groups as we can at one time, by challenging ourselves, by going up in weight, by lengthening the time, the length of the work. Remember, it's all about consistency. Who has time to spend an hour at the gym? We're all living these busy lives, and you want to make your workouts fit the workouts into your day. Here, we're moving on to the deadlift. We're bowing forward, standing tall. I'm bowing forward, standing tall, making sure that my ear, my shoulder, and my hip stay in alignment. And as I come out of that deadlift, I am squeezing the glutes, pressing the hips forward, soft bend in the knee as I bow forward. And what do I always say? Abs in, keeping your abdominal muscles strong. This is good for posture, and it just takes the stress off, unnecessary stress off of your back. Bowing forward, standing tall. Bow forward, stand tall. Awesome. Put the weights away. Moving on for modified push-ups. I always hear people say, call these girl push-ups. They are not girl push-ups. There's no such thing. With the modified push-up, I just want to make sure that I get my chest as close to the floor as possible. Again, hey, this is Major Fitness, Club Fit 15. You want to repeat this one more time. You're almost done with round one. Each Tabata is 7 minutes and 30 seconds long. You want to repeat it. There are 2 cycles to this workout. Complete this head to toe, this H to T workout. You got this, guys. I know you're committed. I'll see you on the next one.